Okay. Hi, I think this is number 5. I've forgotten now, but I think this is step 5. And as I was on the break there, I was just thinking, bizarrely really, that I wanted to put this here. I just think it needs something there. So I'm going to check it out. I think sometimes it's helpful to just do something that's a bit unplanned, or, that takes it up a notch. Anyway, I don't know why the impulse came to do that. That's there now. And then there's the yellow flower, which I keep forgetting about it, and it's a big feature, really. The yellow flower that's up there, I don't know if you can see it so well in the screen there. Oh yeah, and I stuck that on there as well. It's not even stuck on. It's actually a torn off piece of a mask. I just thought it looked a bit like those flowers there. Gosh, it's gone a bit chaotic again now, isn't it? I'm reminded of the Artist's Way quote, painting is never finished. It simply stops in interesting places. So I need to find out when it's interesting. A nice yellow butterfly on there. I think it wants to be in here somewhere. But if I put it there, should I be painting the yellow flower over it? Or maybe I don't have to. Maybe I could just put that there and do something different. I could always draw the yellow flower on with some of this ink. Yeah, over the top, but I'd need to put it flat for that, so that might be another part of the video. And I wanted to put some white paint on to describe the baby's breath over here, or gypsophila. Needed to be a bit brighter. I mean, really, it's going right off the page there. And then I better stick that down on that side. Just felt like a pleasing floaty thing to describe those floaty friezes over there. To look at you there now and see. It's an interesting dance, isn't it, really? Between chaos and order. Or like Rumi says, discipline and surrender. I don't know if that's the same thing as chaos and order. It's not really, is it? Anyway, I suppose the best thing to describe this whole thing is that it's a bit of a dance. Bit of a dance. I'm kind of forgetting my usual rules here, and the thing of standing back off and shaking it off regularly. All of that is being forgotten. But sure, I recognise alright that I am tuning in, because if I'm not uncomfortable in my body, it's good to keep a radar up for that, and to notice when you get the old hunched shoulders and that kind of relentless pursuit of something, the rigidity that can come in. So that hasn't happened, thank God. It's more just standing back and finding out what next through seeing what's already here and what's inside me. And all of that kind of carry on. This is ink now, Indian ink with a stick dipped in. It's actually a bottle that I got from Lidl last year of an acrylic ink spray. Never really worked as a spray, but the bit that I'm supposed to, the tube, is actually a very good stick to draw with. Here's Margot. How are you doing, Margot? Oh, I thought that I could, of course she's going to sit there. I thought I could use the ink, the yellow ink too, in the same way as I've been using the Indian ink, with a stick dipped into it to describe that yellow flower up there. They're actually a bunch of chrysanthemums is what they are. I don't know if you can fully see them there, but they're quite bright. So I've got some yellow here, but I need a clean stick. Do you know, I think I've got there's some cocktail sticks or some sort of thing in here. Yeah. I don't know what that is now, but there's a whole pile of them in the cupboard. And they're kind of handy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the top of that. And then dip the stick in and see if I can draw a convincing edge, at least, to that area of chrysanthemums. I mean, it doesn't flow as well as ink. It's actually high flow acrylic rather than ink. But it's good. It's making a mark anyway. Good enough. And I can always use oil pastel, for goodness sake. That'd be a lot easier than this, wouldn't it? I've got oil pastel as well there. But just so that I'm not totally abandoning the ink idea or the high flow acrylic idea, I just use my fingers to put on some more yellow there over that butterfly. There we are. And put the cover back on that. As you can imagine, I haven't really thought through the whole framing thing with these flower paintings. But I love the chaos of it, really. I appreciate the chaos of this process. Now, do I need to do any more in the midst there? Like these peachy roses, the orangey ones behind have got more brightness to them. I'm not really capturing fully yet. I think I need a bit more of my daughter's mustard homemade paper. And I'd break open the oil pastels now, I'd say. What would I use now for that? It's a bright orange. Just here and there maybe. But more of a mustard yellow, I think. Might be one after. That's not bright enough. No. Here's the yellow I could use for the chrysanthemums. And you know, I think that yellow would also work in between the orange in places for those roses. It's okay. And what else now? I reckon I could bring some colour in here. Oil pastel blue. Or maybe a slightly darker blue here. Funny, isn't it, the whole lost and found thing? You don't want to be getting too stuck in it. Right, this is a black oil pastel now, so I might find a little bit more clarity. It's not, it's charcoal. Maybe it's all I need though. Green oil pastel. It's actually blue. What am I looking for? I do like those light green. 11 minutes already, imagine. I like those light green leaves that are extending down from that rose there. Nice and bright. It's the same colour that's available in other areas too. I mean, it's a bit more, it could be a bit greener, but I don't know if I've got exactly the colour. What I've got on the worktop here is a whole pile of different things to use. It's kind of a bright green, isn't it? Twist it around the microphone again. Yeah, I just think here and there a bit of that green is kind of handy. And then if I had light grey, this isn't exactly light grey now, but just something to bring that jug together a little bit. Of course I can't see it at all with Margot sitting there. And actually I'm putting in the colour of Margot, aren't I? I don't know if that's subconscious or what. But actually what I wanted that background, that colour for, was for the background there. But I'm not going to do that now that I've used it for the colour of the jug. So I'll just use white for the background, just in order to outline the shape of that leaf there, extending down from the rose. And maybe getting some of the thin stems of the baby's breath. It's not really doing that. Just bring some of the red back out over that, because that was a bit annoying to me there. Putting the white over the rose didn't work for me. No. But I guess I could attempt to make the rose that's up there in the corner. 14 minutes, I need to stop again. Gosh, it's a funny kind of one, this one, isn't it? I feel like I'm, moving over and back with it and maybe going too far and then drawing back. Yeah, that rose could do with a bit more a dominant swipe. I mean, it's ivory really, it's not actually that white. But I think it works for it to be that white just now. It's got the triangles coming up, but I think it's maybe needing more that move than gone up the way. Okay. Yeah. Maybe goes up the way a little bit too. And it's almost 15 minutes again now, so join me for the very final look at it, and that's the time up.